Now, we've been talking all morning about burgers here in New Mexico. We have a lot of really good burgers, and when you kind of break it down, we actually have a lot of really good food. And there's one magazine that breaks it down even further for us, and that is, of course, Edible Magazine. And joining me now to talk all about the new issue of Edible Magazine is publisher Stephanie Cameron, along with editor Sarah Winsel-Fisher. Thanks so much for coming in. So, we've been saying it all morning. We've been talking about best burger in New Mexico, but really, last week we talked about best food in New Mexico. Nobody can break it down. So that's why we have you here for us. So let's talk about this issue. Where did you guys go in this issue?
So this is our annual travel issue, and we do something different every year. Last year it was off the beaten path. This year we headed south, and we actually went as far as Marfa, and then El Paso, Tucson, and then over to San Diego.
Okay, so when you go through there, you're just trying to find all of these new spots that maybe somebody hasn't heard of, and you're trying to bring those to light. Is that right?
Yeah, and I think we're also trying to give a food-focused travel experience, and so it's not necessarily new places, but maybe interesting places with a real serious focus on local food, what's being produced there, and what is really showcased and highlighted in those places.
I mean, because I feel like a lot of people are interested in traveling and they're interested in food, so this kind of brings those two together for a delicious adventure, I guess. So what did you discover as you headed out?
We discovered that Marfa is a quirky place full of eccentric people and similarly eccentric food. El Paso has an amazing cocktail scene. Tucson was just awarded a UNESCO Culinary Heritage Site, and that's amazing. They have so many traditional foods there. And then in San Diego, we visited a lot of community gardens, which was fun.
Okay. Now, are there a lot of, differences between, if we're in New Mexico, you would think, oh, all the food's going to be the same, but are there a lot of differences when you head, when you're on your travel?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Tucson's in a totally different bioregion than us, and so they've got tepary beans and squash and citrus that we totally can't grow here.
Okay.
And, so yeah, we find a lot of variation.
Very cool. Now, if somebody wants to pick up one of these issues, how do they find it?
So it's distributed for free on the streets. Right now, a great place to find it is at the nurseries while you're buying your plant starts.
Okay.
Osuna, Plants of the Southwest, Payne's Nursery in Santa Fe.
Great.
Lots of great places to find it. Lots of our restaurant advertisers carry it.
Now, when you put it at those nurseries, are there recipes in this magazine, or
Yes.
is it just kind of highlighting the places?
No, we have a whole series of recipes in this issue from Tucson, from our sister publication, Edible Baja, down there.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So they can pick up a magazine and then they can kind of go through the store and make the recipes that you have in here. So you're eating on the road to these amazing places with delicious food, and then of course you can kind of bring that back to your house and make even more delicious food.
Yep.
I like it. All right. Well, and you guys have a website?
Yes, ediblesantafe.com.
Okay, great. Well, if you guys want a link to that website, we will have it at our website. Just head over to casa.com. But we actually have Chad in the kitchen. Who does Chad have with him?
He has Ryan with Nantucket Shoals,
All right.
which is the newly refurbished seafood store here.
Cool. All right. Well, we're going to send things over to Chad.
That's right. Ryan has been very busy, guys. Ryan Hickey, the owner of Nantucket Shoals Seafood Market here in Albuquerque. So we're going to talk about the interesting fact of having a seafood market here in the desert in just a few minutes. But before we get to that, Ryan, what are we making today?
Today we're doing some halibut cheeks that we're going to accompany with a bit of risotto and kind of a summer salad, if you will, kind of getting ready for that warm weather coming up.
Okay, so let's walk us through the ingredients here, because usually, we've got a chef from a restaurant. You are a market, so we can head out today to Nantucket Shoals and pick up everything on the list and try and make this at home tonight. So
yes,
what do we need on our grocery list today?
On your grocery list, well, first of all, you're going to need halibut cheeks, of course, which I carry. They just came into season, so they're nice, good, fresh. Along with that, we have some fish stock here. We make that in-house. This is just a base of a little heavy cream and wine that we reduced and deglazed from the cheeks, so that becomes part of your sauce. And we'll put that in the risotto as well to incorporate that flavor.
Okay.
And we took these cheeks and just kind of put them in some of the seasoned flour here, and then sauteed them in butter until they're nice and golden brown on both sides, pretty much.
So now with fish, because I always get confused on how much you need to cook the fish. The fish it's okay if it's on the lesser side of cooking. You just need to brown them. You don't need to cook them up too hard. Okay.
Yep.
So now we've got the risotto going here. What are we doing now? What are we mixing in
Now
with
we're
it?
just adding a little bit more of that deglaze and heavy cream in there.
Okay.
We put some Parmesan cheese in there. Just helps bring it all together, nice consistency.
Okay.
There's some leeks, shallots, a little bit of garlic in there. I'm gonna add some fresh herbs as well, just to bring it all together.
So now, obviously, you know, Stephanie was just talking a few minutes ago in this latest issue of Edible Magazine. They did a little road trip. One of the places they hit San Diego, which I would figure that this is probably where you would get halibut, right? More along the coast. Is this something that's pretty common? Do people do a lot of seafood here in New Mexico? Because we're a landlocked state. There's an inherent challenge, right?
There is an inherent challenge, but we do quite a bit of seafood, and there are more restaurants that are trying to do more seafood here. Now, for us, we get our seafood fresh every day.
Okay.
Generally, at least 4 days a week. It's coming from Portland, Alaska, San Diego, Baja, Mexico, the Florida Keys, Maine, Boston. So we're trying to get from all over the place to bring it in here to make that possible.
Okay, yeah, because you know there are a lot of people, a lot of transplants that come here that want to bring those coasts into the desert, and a lot of people that just, I don't know why, that they would get tired of green chili and they'd want to do something else.
Yeah.
All right, so this is looking really creamy. Is this kind of the consistency we're looking for here?
Yeah, this is what you're looking for here.
Okay.
You know, it's still got some bite to it, but it's nice. It's come together.
Okay.
It'll hold really nicely on the plate and mix well with the cheeks.
Okay, so what happens next once it's ready to go? Because plating to me is always where the real art form comes
The art
in.
form comes in. We're gonna let it sit for a second.
Okay.
Just kind of let it, you know, kind of get that nice texture to it.
Okay.
And we'll toss a salad together real quick here.
So what are we throwing in the salad here?
So in this summer salad, just with the warmer months coming up, we have some heirloom tomatoes, some broccolini, some shaved fennel, some radishes, some sunflower greens, and a little watercress.
Oh, great.
It's
It sounds
just
like a really fresh,
all
fresh
raw,
salad.
super fresh. Yeah,
Okay.
just so it's a little acidic, kind of helps cut through the fat of everything, balance everything out, bring the dish
Great.
together.
Okay, so we're just going to toss all these together?
Yeah, just
Okay.
a little bit.
Now, while we toss this together, Ryan, for those that have never been to Nantucket Shoals, where are you located here in Albuquerque?
So we are actually up Academy in San Mateo, just east
okay.
of San Mateo.
Okay.
5415 Academy Road Northeast.
Okay.
Yeah, right next to Trombino's restaurant.
Right,
Which has been
okay.
here for 40
Forever.
years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Okay. And in terms of regular seafood, we got, I guess, pretty much everything that you could think of when it comes to seafood.
Yeah, we're all over the place. I mean, we're not just even fresh seafood, but I'm also doing mussels, oysters, clams, everything like that. We're making a lot of sauces in-house as well.
Okay.
We do quite a bit of frozen items too, squid, calamari, things like that. We have live lobsters right now. We have a lobster tank, so if you ever need that, that's always cool.
It's one of my daughter's favorite thing is to go into the store and see the lobsters. And, you know, I never want to tell her, well, honey, people are going to eat those lobsters in a little bit. Don't get connected. All right, so we mix this stuff in. We're tossing it together. What's the next step?
We're just going to do a little oil and lemon, and then we're pretty much ready to plate.
It's pretty much ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, if we want to find you online, we want to get more information before we head
Yes.
down to the store, where do we find you online?
www.nantucketshoalsseafoodmarket.com.
Okay.
Great thing that I really love about that website, you know, I said I get fish every day. Well, when I get back from the airport or I get deliveries of that fish, I actually update the website. So you know
No kidding.
exactly what I have every single day, what's there, what's fresh.
So
and
that's great. If you
available.
want the freshest ingredients, all we got to do is hop onto the website, see when that delivery happens, and pop on down, pick it up.
You're right there, ready for you.
Fantastic. Well, Ryan and I are going to continue working on this, guys. We're going to plate this masterpiece up. Again, for more information on Edible Magazine and Nantucket Shoals, head over to casa.com. Stay with us, folks. Style coming back after this.